Here's another video of me searching for the best bang for your buck Bluetooth speaker. Now, a few days ago, I reviewed the Amazon Basics model, which sold for just $40. You can check that review in the video description. But I'm trying to get as low as I can for you guys here, while still keeping that small profile, nothing too tiny here, where it becomes unusable. Now, I ordered this from Amazon. This is the Soundbox from DOS, I believe that's how I pronounce it, and this one is $30 at the time of this video. Now, I'll place the links in the video description below. That way, you can check for the most updated prices. So without further ado, my channel is here to help you make a purchase decision. Welcome everyone to Jim's Review Room. Going over the physical features, the unit is quite portable with smooth edges, making this easy to toss around and stow away in a tight bag. The entire unit is wrapped in a very solid aluminum grill. Pressing on this yielded no flexing at all. Now there's two drivers that I can see on the front here, but there's nothing on the rear despite again being wrapped all the way around in aluminum, and no sound comes out the rear just to clear that up. Now on the bottom and the top is a matte finish which looks simple yet classy. Although the speaker does give the look of having a bass radiator or maybe a woofer pointing upwards here, sliding a piece of paper all the way around prove there's no opening. The design is just purely aesthetic. Nonetheless, it's still a unique look though. Looking over the buttons, they're all touch sensitive and they all work very well. When the unit is on, the unit glows a very bright white and not a cheap dim looking LED. The top left is your mode selector to enable Bluetooth, switch to the 3.5mm physical cord, or use a micro SD card slot, which I'll show you later. Now the right is pause and play with disconnecting the speaker if you use this as a speaker phone. And the bottom two are for skipping songs left and right, and that blue ring in the middle here is also touch sensitive. It's a volume dial which worked perfectly fine. Just rotate your finger here. Now rotating to the rear, there's your on and off switch with a 3.5mm port to physically connect your device, a TF card slot, which is the acronym for trans flash, which SanDisk stopped using that name a while ago, but micro SD card slides basically right into this and plays music off of that. And last is a micro USB port for charging the device. Now there's no wall adapter, so you do have to use an existing USB port like on a computer or maybe a power bank. And last, there is a tiny LED under that indicates if the unit is being charged or basically if it's full. Now one issue, the light is very small. When the cord is plugged in, it does block the light, so checking it, it's somewhat of a slight nuisance though. Now regarding battery life, the Soundbox is claiming up to 12 hours of battery life in general. Like all my Bluetooth speakers I test, I did leave this on at 50% volume from a full battery to dead, and I personally achieved 14 hours and then I just stopped there, had to go to sleep. But 50% volume was a little low on volume, but the volume level is a good medium to basically gauge how long this speaker should last. So comparing to the competition, it's right there in the upper to middle range of battery performance. Now regarding range, I did walk from one side of the house to the other, went downstairs, and had the signal pass through several walls with my Samsung S7, and no problems at all. That's about 40 linear feet. So other than that, the speaker doesn't have all the bells and whistles like NFC or being waterproof or offering bass boost, but the build quality and the aesthetic so far I'm really enjoying. The only other area that I would have to critique, nothing against George Takei here, but oddly the voice commands sounds very similar to him. Here's a sample.
Waiting for Perry. Paired.
Now to the point that you've been waiting for, the sound test. I'll play several songs for you guys and give you my verdict afterwards.
Speak easy to me. My victory sleeps and holds defeat. Speak and lay your work come undone. We're out on our own tonight.
have it, folks. Of course, sound recorded on my end and then played through your speakers are not the best depiction of audio quality, but hence my review here. Starting off with bass, for the price, it's pretty good. Now, you're not getting sub-bass levels or that warm, vibrating bass, but a common factor here on cheap speakers, they usually distort, they crackle, or they sound muffled. Now, this sounds great for the price, and it does sound cleaner compared to the Amazon Bluetooth speaker that I had just reviewed. The mid-range is clean, it's clear and pronounced well with the high notes, not being ear-ringing or tinging on the snares and the hi-hats. Now, having this in my garage while working for about 2 hours straight or so, never was the audio quality fatiguing. Now, sound separation, like most Bluetooth speakers, are barely there, and the soundstage is minimally apparent even when sitting close to the speaker. However, the speaker is plenty loud for a small room, and good for more casual listening, that is, in mid-sized rooms. Now, blasting this at full volume, for the most part, the speaker's audio quality really held together. It's not going to sound like the JBL Flip 3 or the Bose SoundLink Mini, but in this price range, this might be the best one out there at the moment. So that's it for this review here. Again, the links are in the video description below. If you haven't, be sure to subscribe and add me onto Facebook, Twitter, and or Instagram. I'm Jimmy with Jim's Review Room, and my channel is here to help you make a purchase decision. You guys take care. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.